Good day, Professor Sebanica. I'm Regina May Volante, and today we will be exploring the life and works of one of the Philippines' national heroes, Jose Rizal. Rizal is an inspirational and influential figure in Philippine history, who fought for independence and reform through his writings, speeches, and actions. We will take a look at his life, his works, and his legacy that still lives on today. So let's get started. On June 18, 1861, Jose Protasio Rizal Mercado y Alonso Riolonda were born on Calamba, Philippines in Laguna Province. At the young age of 3, the dutiful political leader had already learned the English alphabet, and by the age of 5, Jose could already read and write. A brilliant student who became proficient in multiple languages. Jose Rizal studied medicine in Manila. In 1882, he traveled to Spain to complete his medical degree. While in Europe, Jose Rizal became part of the propaganda movement, connecting with other Filipinos who wanted reform. Book was banned in the Philippines through copies were smuggled in. Because of this novel, Rizal's return to the Philippines in 1887 was cut short when he was targeted by police. Wrote his first novel, No Limit Angere, which means Touch Me Not, a work that detailed the dark aspect of Spain's colonial rule in the Philippines, with particular focus on the rule of Catholic friars. Rizal had been very vocal against the Spanish government, but in a peaceful and progressive manner. For him, the pen was mightier than the sword. While in Barcelona, Rizal contributed essays, poems, allegories, and editorials to the Spanish newspaper La Solidaridad. Most of his writings, both in his essays and editorials, centered on individual rights and freedom, specifically for the Filipino people. As part of his reforms, he even called for the Philippines to become a province of Spain. Among his best works, two novels stood out from the rest: the Noli Me Tangere, or the Touch Me Not, and the El Filibusterismo, the Reign of Greed. His return to the Philippines, Rizal formed a progressive organization called La Liga Filipina. The civic movement advocated social reform through legal means. Now, Rizal was considered even more a threat by the Spanish authorities, alongside his novels and essays, which ultimately led to his exile in Dapitan, northern Mindanao. Novels, Rizal harshly criticized the Spanish colonial rule in the country and exposed the ills of Philippine society at the time. And because he wrote about the injustices and brutalities of the Spaniards in the country, the authorities banned Filipinos from reading the controversial books. They were not able to ban it completely. As more Filipinos read the books, their eyes open to the truth that they were suffering unspeakable abuse at the hands of the friars. This, however, did not stop him from continuing his plans for reform. While in Dapitan, Rizal built a school, hospital, and water system. He also taught farming and worked on agricultural projects, such as using abaca to make ropes. 96, Rizal was granted leave by then Governor General Blanco after volunteering to travel to Cuba to serve as a doctor for yellow fever victims. At that time, the Katipunan had a full-blown revolution, and Rizal was accused of being associated with a secret militant society. Way to Cuba, he was arrested in Barcelona and sent back to Manila to stand trial before the court martial. Rizal was charged with sedition, conspiracy, and rebellion, and therefore sentenced to death by firing squad. His execution, Rizal bid farewell to his motherland and countrymen through one of his final letters, entitled Mi Ultimo Adios or My Last Farewell. Jose Rizal was executed on the morning of December 30, 1896 in what was then called Bagong Bayan, now referred to as Luneta. Upon hearing the command to shoot him, he paced the squad and uttered in his final breath, Consummatum est. It is finished. According to historical accounts, only one bullet ended the life of the Filipino martyr and hero. Today, Dr. Rizal's brilliance, compassion, courage, and patriotism are gently remembered and recognized by the Filipino people. His two novels are continuously being analyzed by students and professionals. Died on December 30, 1896, at the tender age of 35, but much more of him than his remains in Rizal Park lies in the heart of Filipinos. He inspired the independence movement because he provided a mirror to the sick colonial society. The Filipinas had become as a result of Spanish colonization.